So I want to talk to you guys today about some of the tricks that unscrupulous marketing companies will try to use to fool dentists. And I thought that I would share this because our clients seem to be constantly being solicited by unscrupulous marketing companies, and frequently they'll forward the marketing advice or piece or email to us with the question, is this for real? Should I try this? And almost always the answer is no. Sometimes it's worth looking at further, but usually it's no. So I wanted to share a couple of red flags that we look for to determine whether or not marketing communication from companies like us is authentic or not. So the first one is their communication trying to think for you? Are certain words on the page bolded, italicized, underlined all over the place? They may be trying to do the thinking for you, and they've kindly highlighted all the words, so you don't even have to think for yourself. Try not to fall for this. You're your own person, make your own decisions. Try not to fall for this type of strategy. The other thing is they're commonly using fear of loss as a weapon against you. They're telling you how many patients that you're missing out on, or giving specific dollar amounts. Who knows where they got this information of all the revenue you could be missing out on unless you call right now. Are they perhaps painting an apocalyptic scenario where you lose your entire practice or your livelihood just because you're missing out on their unique marketing advantage that they've solved? This is probably too good to be true. Another fear that's commonly exploited is fear of missing out. They're taking you to some call to action page and there's a time limit for the event, usually a webinar, counting down, where this offer is going to expire soon unless you click and fill out your information. Usually you can tell this right away by refreshing the page or opening it up in a new browser, especially incognito window. Timer will magically reset itself, giving you all the time in the world. The timer's fake, and so is the company. The fourth one I want to talk about is the About section of their website has no people. There's no person connected to the company. You don't know who you're dealing with. Instead, it's just some lofty and nebulous statement about how great they are and their values and what they're up to. You need to have at least some idea of who the principals are in the company and what their background is. They may also claim to have a relationship with Google or misrepresent a Google AdWords partnership as being able to affect SEO rankings. This is one we see quite a bit. And it's hard to imagine that Google, one of the largest companies on earth, would make an exclusive deal with a dental marketing agency and give them preferential results for their clients and risk, having all of their search results appear to be biased. It's beyond belief. It's also totally false. There's no evidence of this having ever happened. Number 6 I want to talk about is a variety of credible publications that the company's been seen on. We'll see this when a company will claim to have been seen on CNN, Fox News, CBS, NBC, ABC, Wall Street Journal, you name it, they've been there. Boy, this company must have great PR. Or, maybe not. Usually what happens is you can't click through the little logos for those publications at all, so there's no way to verify that this has actually ever appeared on these publications. And if they did, they probably would have a video. And second of all, if they actually did appear, it was probably a syndicated press release. You can purchase one of these too for $250, and then you can be seen on all of these sites. It doesn't make it any more impressive. Speaking of Google, sometimes companies will guarantee something they cannot control. People who promise that you'll be on the first page of Google, who aren't Larry Page or Sergey Brin, the founders of Google, are promising something they cannot control. Ethical marketing companies will admit that they have influence over search results and hopefully a successful track record, references they can share, examples of their work, but they will also tell you that they cannot absolutely guarantee that it will happen. Google, after all, is a third party. It's a publicly traded company. We cannot force them to do anything. On the same note, claiming that they'll be able to get negative reviews taken down or positive reviews added, this is also another red flag. Negative reviews can only be removed under special circumstances when they violate the terms of service for a review site like Google or Yelp. If someone makes a racial slur, that's a great reason to get a negative review removed. But other than that, it's going to be tough. I know this is especially frustrating when the review is obviously false and not from a real patient. And while we've had some success getting fraudulent reviews like that taken down, no one should be guaranteeing that this will happen because frequently Google will deny those requests. And any company that claims to have special access to post positive reviews directly onto Google or Yelp is almost certainly violating the terms of service of both sites. They both explicitly ban that type of behavior. The way they do this is they hire offshore companies who use VPNs to simulate real users, and then they'll post all sorts of positive reviews for a variety of different businesses that have paid them to do it. That sometimes worked for a while, But Google eventually will figure it out and start flagging those accounts and every review they've posted, in which case they'll get removed from your account if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, they'll blacklist you and your account may be removed entirely, which is in some cases a death sentence for online marketing. Now, guaranteeing a certain amount of leads or patience is something we also see. When we try to engage in marketing, we're trying to influence consumer decisions. And note that I said the word influence, not determine. We cannot force patients to pick up the phone and call or to come in and see you. We don't have direct control over their behavior. We're not a judge and we can't issue court orders or threaten people with prison. So a guarantee seems wholly inappropriate for something like this. If they're honest, they're saying they can influence. We feel a more ethical approach is to give clients guidance using actual statistics when available of the range of performance for a type of campaign across many clients as well as the average. That lets you build a more honest and accurate financial model to evaluate a potential marketing campaign and the effect it might have on your practice. We think this is the best way to sell marketing services for dental practice and the most informative for the practice. And the last one I want to talk about is fixed prices for search engine optimization services or SEO services. I'll keep this one brief because I made another video about it, which we'll put a link to in this video. But in short, every market is different, and it's based on how many other people there are in that market, how many people live there, and how many other dentists practice there and market themselves online. If a company is quoting everyone the same price for SEO, whether they're in Manhattan or the middle of nowhere in a rural farming community, they're probably not doing anything at all. They're just hoping you pay them. Or they're using a computer program that you could just buy yourself for 10 to 20% of the price that they're quoting you. Click through for a more detailed explanation of this scam and what to look for. And by the way, if you are looking for an ethical marketing company to help you with your dental practice, why don't you give Great Dental Websites a call? We don't engage in fear-based marketing. We won't try to scare you into thinking that you must choose us or face oblivion. We're just going to tell you the truth and hope you like it. And hope you like us enough to give us a chance and give us a try. It may not be the most effective sales strategy, but it's the one that I found is best for sleeping each and every night. Thanks again for your time and for listening. Have a great day.